Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to the business news here on News 360. My name is Alfred Akonse. Let's go on to our first story this evening. The Finance Minister, Seth Terkper, leads a government delegation to the 2016 International Monetary Fund and World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. The delegation is made up of officials from the Bank of Ghana, the chairman of the Finance Committee in Parliament, and officers from the Finance Ministry. Aside the statutory meetings with the fund and the bank, the delegation will meet with the World Bank Vice President for Africa and the IMF Deputy Managing Director. The delegation will also attend the World Bank Group Africa Conference on unlocking the potential of agribusiness in Africa through trade facilitation, minimum infrastructure platform, power supply, e-commerce, and also meet with the U.S. State Department Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for International Finance and Development. The delegation will also participate in seminars and forums such as the Fiscal Forum on Strengthening the International Tax System and Fiscal Transparency. Each spring, thousands of government officials, journalists, civil society organizations, and invited participants from the academia and private sectors gather in Washington, D.C. for the spring meetings of the World Bank and the IMF. The forum also will indeed progress on the World Bank and the IMF. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has confirmed Parliament has formally repealed some aspects of the new income tax 2015, including the 1% tax on interest earned by individuals. This comes after controversy on the floor of Parliament about a swift decision by the GRA and the Ministry of Finance directing all financial institutions to suspend the collection of the tax without following due process.
The new income tax law, which came into effect in January 2016, replaced the repealed Internal Revenue Act, Act 592. The Act has provisions for special industries such as petroleum operations, minerals and mining operations, and financial institutions. In the new Act, specific provisions which guide the different methods and time for payment, including tax payable by withholding, tax payable by installment, and tax payable by assessment have been spelled out to improve and facilitate tax compliance. The imposition of the 1% tax on interest earned by individuals has been widely criticized, with players in the investment sector warning the move could seriously affect interest in the industry, which is still struggling to draw people in.
The aspect that deals with the taxing of interest earned by individuals. There was a lot of hula baroo about it, and then that was eventually removed. There's also an aspect with respect to the rate of withholding tax, which was also then reduced from 15% to 7.5%. There's been amendments that have taken care of these.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has revealed all private educational institutions would be expected to pay taxes under the new Income Tax Act 2015. According to the GRA, these institutions, including private universities, will pay tax only if they make profit.
Educational institutions that are established are required by law to pay taxes. Hitherto, they were not paying under the guise of the fact that they had some sponsorship from government. And of course, if you look at the meaning of sponsorship, it's fake. But this new law now says that an educational institution that is established by government at the expense of the taxpayer, they should actually be exempt from tax. So if you don't fall within, then certainly you must pay taxes.
Vodafone Ghana Foundation, with support from Human Network International, has introduced a news service line to enable the public easily access information. The 321 service line, accessible on all handsets, is free and available to all Vodafone subscribers.
The new service line 321 by Vodafone Ghana Foundation offers public service information on several issues in the local and English language. Customers can call or text 321 to access information anywhere and anytime with or without a smartphone.
Via the 321 service, you get information on pertinent issues. For us, it is keen that we empower Ghanaians with right information and knowledge. 321 can be accessed by anyone.
The public can listen and choose among hundreds of messages on health and nutrition, maternal, sexual reproductive health and family planning, weather forecasts and news amongst others. The Regional Director for Human Network International, Sally Hughes, noted the introduction of the Vodafone 321 service line provides a confidential means to obtain information on sensitive topics, including referrals to trusted service providers.
We've been working with Vodafone Ghana on this for several months to make free available information accessible to all Ghanaians via Vodafone. And Vodafone have been a great partner in making the airtime available for free to Ghanaians. Vodafone have a big share of the market here in Ghana. They have an excellent coverage, particularly in the north of the country. We're keen to get coverage across Ghana.
The 321 service line, which is already in use in Madagascar with more than 4 million users in Malawi, has also been introduced in Asia.
Okay, so let's go on to find out how the currency is doing on the interbank rates. That's the trade between the various commercial banks with respect to the currency. So with the pound, it would actually be sold at 5 cedis 46 pesos and being bought at 5 cedis 45 pesos there on the interbank rates. Therefore, the US dollar, the interbank rates at it's actually being sold at 4 cedis 40 pesos and also at 4 cedis 39 pesos there. And for the euro, and the interbank rates that's between the various commercial banks, it's 4 cedis 38 pesos and also being bought at 4 cedis 37 pesos there. Now find out how the commodities that we as a country indeed are faring on the commodities market. And some good news for Ghana, because our major commodities are making some good gains. For the price of gold, an ounce is 1,258.26. There was a price change of 0.38 there, translating into 0.031 percentage points there. Good news for cocoa is 2,963. It keeps appreciating because yesterday traded at 2,960, price change of 0.31 there. And for coffee at 126.30, price change of 1.05, but appreciating as well for cocoa farmers. For cotton, also increased from 59 yesterday to 61.25, price change of 0.54. And for crude oil, seeing some increasing indeed gains there in terms of the price of crude oil per barrel, going at $44.45 there, and translating the price change of 1.62. So that's some good news for crude oil producers across the world. But that's it for business this evening. My name is Alfredo Consit.